I want it out of my head the moment Eletria fell. I cannot remember anything else. The light burning low, surrounded by ghosts. These patterns are painted on the walls of the halls with only the cold of dreams decomposed. We were supposed to be bold, kingdom warriors who fight for what's right. Did we lose the light? No, we never let go, we never lost hope. Now we must rebuild even though the road is so broken and cold. Warriors back to your post. It's not about us, it's about the unborn. The originators are voice, the weavers and bringers who have yet to come on board. We maintain the tales of before when virtue was true. When we protected them against youth, it's easy to choose. We had nothing to lose. The bruises are bruises providing the proof. We still walk in tallently booms. While the pathways improve, so let the walls of ruin be removed. So we make way for this horizon, a new dawn, and we're building to repair for the respawn. Retaliate against fate by rebuilding the gates to a have a city again. We will receive the home and a place, regardless of hate, regardless of the shackles they place. So here we are with armor on, submitted to fate, bound low until we saw the soldiers of our last brigade, holding on to the vision of the King's Court, made plain, written down on tables with the revelation of the end game. Call the messengers, no delay. Rewrite the future of Eletria. Warriors, this is the way. Rewrite your future, warriors. This is the way. Kingdom warriors, yeah, with wisdom and honor. Yeah, we be honored, honored with the promises of our ancestors, telling us if we go towards it, we'll find it. If we remake the bridges to the towers, we'll reconnect the light and the power, and we'll break whatever blocks the new day by roaring louder. Yeah, we're on it. Yeah, we go onward. Kingdom warriors, Eletria, we're promised that we gon' have a home again, and yeah, we know that we on it. Eletria waiting for its warriors to return. Here we are, let the ever light burn, light burn, light burn, light burn. Eletria waiting for its warriors to return. Here we are, let the ever light burn, light burn, light burn. Eletria waiting for its warriors to return. Here we are, let the ever light burn, let the ever light burn. Eletria waiting for its warriors to return. Here we are, let the ever light burn, the light burn. Let the ever light burn.
Web3 has the possibility to expand our mind and expand our tent pegs to what is possible.
Communities like this is that we come together to create the solutions that we want in the world.
The community needs your story, so come join us.
Technology is a tool to impact and bring God's kingdom here on earth.
Right? Play to earn, that's where the game changer comes in.
Well, Web3 is all about asset.
What you have to say is what's needed to be said in Hollywood.
People are looking for the miraculous.
Part of taking back some of that ground.
You are bringing the light into such a dark, dark place.
Very focused on, impacting people.
And just getting started. Participate.
Our partnership it's helping to cut that code of poverty.
Mentorship, entrepreneurship, and faith. These are your pillars to success.
We have given a solution that we have brought the people from Sony, Disney, and Marvel to solve. Will you be a part of this?
It is live party time. Let's do this. Welcome to a little extra session for the Kingdom Warriors Challenge. My name is Manny Lopez. I'm part of the Kingdom Warriors crew. I've been in this idea since inception. Today, I'm just going to spend some time hanging out and sharing with you guys my vision of what we're doing and also my journey in what we're doing, and love to be able to engage with you as well. So if you're watching live, feel free to participate. Let me know you're here, and let's get this party started, shall we? All right, so for those that have maybe seen Kingdom Warriors for the very first time this week, we've had a really long journey. It's pretty cool stuff. I remember when Eric came to me a few months ago, I mean, probably close to a year ago now. Man, it's that time is flying faster than I can count it. But he came to me and said, man, we need to build a community built around the kingdom. Like, really, I mean, I looked at the NFT space, and maybe some of you guys have seen the space yourselves, and you're wondering, like, man, it's really dark, right? Like, interesting. Like, people are not, I don't feel like they're happy people in these communities in a lot of cases, right? I mean, of course, there's some awesome communities out there. I'm not saying every single one out there is, weird or anything like that, but, you just have this sense that there's not much of a kingdom presence in the NFT space. So I'm loving that I get to be a part of this journey. I got to start from inception to see everything kind of build on its way up and where we're at today. I mean, it's just crazy how far we've come. Thousands of NFTs already in the hands of our holders, and we are just getting started. So I love it. Carrie Jones, welcome to the party. Hello. How you doing today? Enjoy the day. Hope you're having some fun. Reefka, hi Manny, have to work, so I'll have to finish later. Well, enjoy as much as you can, and I'll see you on the replay, my friend. But for those that are live, I may have something fun for you guys to play with, so feel free to engage. Let me know you're in the house. From BC Salgado, shalom, welcome to the party. Love the profile picture. That looks weird. I wouldn't say weird, but like cool weird. Like, I don't know if that's a drawing. Is that an NFT? Is that like an app that you did with your face? Like, what is that? I want to know. How did you do that with your face? Is that just natural? I don't know. I know it's not like a picture, of course. What kind of functionality created that? I want to know. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I guess there's something meaning behind that. Feel free to fill in the rest of that. I'd love to play along. All right, so tell me if you guys are here. Are you already Kingdom Warriors NFT holders? Are you already getting all the benefits of the utility, the community, the unlocked exclusives that are part of the Kingdom Warriors brand? I don't know, maybe. It's funny because, I've run a couple NFT projects myself. I've consulted on a few, and I've been community manager in a few projects. So I'm all up in the Discords constantly. And that's one of the craziest things is the utility that most people just don't know that's possible. I mean, did you even know that there's a Kingdom Warriors token? Did you know that there's staking? Did you know? I mean, there's so many cool things that are all part of this community on top of sharing the kingdom. Like, one of the coolest things that we do is we partner with nonprofits that are out there saving lives. We support awesome missions like the From Orphan to CEO project. I'm all about the foster kids. If you don't know me, for me, it's all about foster care. And I create these really cool ways that we try to give back. Oh, BC is giving me the answer. It's an app my husband used from a regular picture of me, and it turns it into a cartoon-styled image. That's cool. What's the name of that app? I want to know. I think I've seen a couple of those on Facebook. And I'm like, how did y'all do that? That's pretty cool. Let me check that out. So yeah, let me know what the app is. I'm gonna try and do that with this little cool mug here. Oh man, you done some of my hair. What happened here? This thing's all getting out of whack. Let me fix that. This is award-winning hair right here, man. We got to put it back into motion. Too funny. Cool. Thanks for the hearts, Rivka. I appreciate it. Nice to see you on here. Welcome to the party, Christian. Love it. Looks like we got a nice little party coming on. Let's go. It was funny because I got contacted like maybe a week ago, and they're trying to like lock in a time. And I'm like, I got an event I'm hosting at the same time, but I want to support you guys. How can we make it work? And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, can you come on like in an hour? And I was like, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's do it. So for those that don't know me, Manny Lopez, I'm a consultant. I help brands on systems, automation, marketing strategy, lead gen, mobile stuff. So I do a lot of things. I'm an app developer, I'm an event producer, but my big passion is focusing on fixing the foster care system. I love to spend a couple minutes giving you guys some insights of what I do and why I do it. At 18 months, I was literally left in a car, nothing but a diaper on. Shortly after that experience, me and my sister are bouncing around foster homes. Everywhere we go, if we got a new home, I had 8 different homes before I got my forever family. But every time I have a new home, I'd have to get a trash bag. And I'd put all my things in a trash bag, and then I'd go to that next home, whatever I would have left. By the time I got to my last home, nothing in that trash bag was actually mine. It was just a bunch of recycled clothes from other places, and it smelled pretty bad. So bad that they wouldn't even bring the trash bag in the house. And it's one of the things that this shirt says. Foster kids get a trash bag in 10 minutes to pack up their lives. Let's talk about that. It's a big thing for me, and whatever we do in life, whether we are, going out there and collecting NFTs or we're building our own dream, there's always a way that we can serve others and give back. And I'm going to give you guys a little strategy on how I do it. So 2017, this is a perfect time to kind of share a story like this. 2017, I had a little social media, what do you call that? Like abstinence, I guess, right? What do you call it? Like, what would you call it, guys? Put it in the comments. What is it called when you take like a break from social media? There's a certain word for it. It's not coming to my head for some reason, but I'll figure it out. But I took a break for social media. A couple weeks into that break, I had a very interesting conversation. A sabbatical. There we go. A sabbatical of social media, right? I had this call from a friend of mine. And for years, I've had this business model, the way I did business. And I got a call from a friend of mine that just, a fast, there you go, social media fast. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. But I got this call, and this friend of mine just shared with me something that just rocked me to my core. And it really just transcended the way I thought about doing business. And I was like, wait a second, this is not me anymore. I don't think I should be going this way. And I didn't really know what to do because there was only two options. It was like stay on this path where you don't really know what's happening. You don't really, see a future of a change in that direction. It's really kind of sacrificing morals at that point to kind of continue that path. Or go this new path. This new path was very, very, let's say, difficult to try and figure out where it's going. Like I could not see past a certain point. So I'm like, it's a lot of fear, man. A lot of like, oh, this is difficult, but I knew I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision fast, man. I have family that I'm supporting. I've been with my wife since high school. We're high school sweethearts. We got 3 kids, 17 years together now. But at that point we had 2 boys, and my biggest dream for my wife was to have a little girl, to be able to, do these certain things that we really made a promise. When I first started my business, I made her certain promises because we had been homeless twice. She's dealt with every little thing. I mean, she and her family were pushing my first car to get it to start. It's been a journey to say the least, right? But one of the things I promised her is that we would never be homeless again. And if I go down this new path, within 2 months, if I don't have results on this new path, I'm going to be homeless. That's not something I ever wanted to put myself into again. And so I didn't know what to do. I'm sitting there like, man, what do I do? What's the decision I make? I mean, some of you have been in this situation. You're sitting there with crossroads moment, and you're like, man, I could stay here in this safe place where I don't have to worry about things. I can do it. But it's not me. We're saying, maybe I can be me and I can figure this out. But I didn't know how to do it. So I'm sitting there. I've even talked to my wife. I came to her, and she's usually my rock, man. She's usually like, oh, this is how I'm feeling. You should do this. Maybe you should look at this. Have you seen this angle? Like she's always got that extra angle to look at it where I'm like, I didn't see that. And she was drawing a blank. She's like, I don't know. Like, it's a big decision. Like, I don't know. I don't want to tell you one way or another. And it was hard, right? So we're sitting on the bed, and I'm like laying down on the bed like this, right? Looking at the ceiling, and just quiet. Like I'm waiting for an answer. I'm not getting anything. And so I kind of go on with my day, try to kind of get through it. And it's like midnight. Around that time, my dog starts barking. I got this little Maltese poodle. His name is Marshy. And, his bladder's the size of a peanut. So if I don't take him out, man, he's going to be barking all night until I do, or he's going to be making a mess that I'm going to have to clean up in the morning, and that ain't no fun. So I get up, and I take him outside. I start walking. I get this voice in my head says, put the dog away and keep walking. I'm like, well, that makes no sense because I'm tired. I'm sleepy and it's cold outside. It's January. I'm like, no, we're in the middle of winter. I'm going back to sleep. Whatever that voice is in my head, you need to go to sleep, right? So I let my dog do his business. I'm walking back and I'm about to put my hand on that doorknob. Says it again. Put the dog away, keep walking. I'm like, Now I'm intrigued, okay? I don't usually talk to myself in this kind of way where I'm kind of arguing with myself. There's something different here. So I put the dog away and kept walking. All right, I got a little curious. And I'm walking and it's quiet, very quiet. Like not normally quiet because I live on a busy street, like directly across the street. And there was like a 24/7 laundromat. Half across the street there is a McDonald's and there's people walking down all the time. And it's just a busy area, not in a very nice neighborhood, right? But I'm putting the dog away, keep walking. It's about like 12:30, and maybe just still around midnight, just after. This voice starts talking to me, like, what are you doing? Why have you made a decision? How come this isn't as clear as day for you? Like, what are you thinking, right? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I haven't really made a decision. And I was like, and it gets to a point where I start asking questions like, what is my purpose with all this? What am I supposed to be doing? Like, give me some clarity here. And it's clear as day. It said, help the orphans. You have no fear. I started kind of getting like defensive almost, where I was like, I donate to nonprofits, I help in this area, I've shown up to events and like, but then I just got this sinking feeling like I've only put a drop in the bucket of what's possible. And it's just all these kind of ideas started flowing. And I'm like, what is going on here? And so I'm like, I need to go to bed. Maybe I'm just tripping. I'm dreaming. I don't know. Maybe I'm sitting here in the like 1 o'clock in the morning talking to myself outside of my neighborhood. Neighbors probably think I'm crazy, right? And so I go to sleep. I have this crazy dream that I talk about in this upcoming book that I'm in. And those that are watching, if you guys want to copy it, I'm going to give it to you for free. Okay, give you a copy of my cool book, endorsed by Tony Robbins. It's a really awesome thing. It's all about my story, at least, is what I'm going to be doing with the foster care system. But it was crazy because the funniest thing is I did a book before. Where did I put it? I think it's over there. So I have another book that I wrote. It's in that little book cabinet. It's one of those things, one of these books here, right? And this was before that happened. Like literally, I finished this book December. Submitted it to the publisher, and I had this conversation, this talking to myself, January, like a month later. It was so crazy. So this is like 5 years later, because that was January 27th, 2017. Okay, I remember the day like it was yesterday. And I wake my wife up after I wake up in the morning, and I'm like, babe, you would not believe what happened, because I wake up and all of a sudden all the answers were there. It was like I knew who I was talking to. Now, before I tell you this next statement, let me just say this. Before this date, I've always told my wife, God doesn't know me. God doesn't pay attention to me. I'm not worth his time. He delegates it. Like, if anything, like I'm a Christian, like I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, like, but I never thought he had the time for me. I'm like, little old me? Nah, he's got better things to do. And focus on me. He's going to delegate it to an angel or something like that, right? But that conversation that night before was weird. It was like, interesting. I wake my wife up. I'm like, babe, I had a conversation with God. He told me what I need to do. He tells me help the orphans. He told me this, and I know what I need to do now. I have clarity. And she starts crying, and I'm like, why are you crying? Like, this is a good moment. Like, I'm happy. Like, what's going on, right? And she goes, yesterday when we were on the bed and you were like laying down looking up at the ceiling, I was praying for you. I was praying that God would reveal himself to you and he would give you clarity on what you needed to do. That's all I needed to hear to solidify that moment. It was like, that was it. Now it's like, take that into motion, take action on that. God speaks to you. He speaks to you for a reason. He doesn't need to say a lot of words. Help the orphans. you have no fear. I started looking at, what does that mean? Well, the dream I had that night is I see this mountain on fire, like literally like a mountain in front of me, just in a blaze on fire. That's a high mountain, man. I'm like, look, it's not easy to climb this. And people are running down and they're screaming and they're like blood everywhere, clothes are torn, and it's just chaos. But immediately my thinking wasn't to run away, it was to figure out what is up there and stop it. And I had this weird thinking, like, if I run fast enough, physics, I'm gonna not get burnt. Like, I don't know, but I did it. You know, you dream, you don't get hurt. So I'm like, yeah, running up this mountain, get to the top. I see these crazy, like, demonic creatures. I'm like, you have no power here, leave. And just like, they disappeared and I woke up. That was where everything just flooded in, where I'm like, that's me having no fear. It's me seeing the chaos and running towards it instead of running away from it. Knowing there are solutions to the problems that we have in this world, that we, right now, you watching this video, you have a solution that you can bring to the world. You have a community now, the Kingdom Warriors community, that will help you take that idea and bring it to the masses. That's what I love about communities like this. It's like, I then took my idea and I said, you know what? I want to help more people. How do I do that? It's collaboration. It's finding other people who are on that same mission-driven purpose as you and saying, how can we collaborate what we know, combine our skills, and help more people? In the military, they have a saying, 2 + 2 = 5, right? What does that mean? Well, it's thinking, well, if you actually put multiple minds together, you're creating even more power than you guys can even do separate by yourself. It's literally a strategy for success if you can understand that concept. I want each one of you looking and watching this and listening to this. There's a purpose for you. There's a purpose that you have, that maybe buying an NFT is your first ticket into understanding what that is. Maybe just finding a community of people that you can know, like, and trust is that first step. Maybe it was just hanging out with some cool people, watching some live streams over the last few days and saying, you know what, that made me feel good. I feel better about being a better person to the people around me. It's a small little ripple effect that makes massive change. They say as well, a flap of a butterfly can create a tornado thousands of miles away because of the ripple effect of taking one small step and it gradually increasing to bigger and bigger results. And the craziest thing from there, right, when I had that conversation happen, that conversation with God, shortly after that experience, I get a call from an invite that says, hey, we want you to come to Vegas and do media for I've never done media for any event at everything. And out of nowhere, this, you know, top rated Forbes event for entrepreneurs was like, we want you to come do media. You got this exclusive all access pass to all of our things. And, you know, just join us for all of the thing and just capture it and tell people about it. I'm like, that's cool. Heck yeah, let's do it. Right. And at this point, I'm trying to figure out, what the heck am I doing for these kids? Like, I have this business. What can I do to help orphans with this business? What I did is I looked at what I'm actually good at doing. Like, look, let me look at my skill sets. Let me look at what I actually can bring to the table. And maybe that can help the orphans in some way. Well, I'm an orphan. I don't have a mom and dad that I point to and I'm like, yes, this is where I go, and have that opportunity to kind of showcase what I really want to do, right? I have a forever family. I have adopted parents. I have, you know, in a sense, a whole cutoff from a blood relative legacy. And so I'm looking at my own experience and what I can bring to the table. And I'm like, wait a second, what clicked for me? All right, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an award-winning entrepreneur, named one of the best by Facebook. I've been featured in Inc. magazine, a best-selling author. I've got all of these awards and accolades. But how did I get to that thinking? Because it was a totally different shift. I remember getting laughed out of a dealership when I was trying to get a job at a very young age. And they were telling me, you know, what's your goal? What's your like income goal? What would you want to do in the next couple of years? What I had told them literally got them to laugh me out of the dealership. They're like, get out of here, man. You're nowhere near where we need someone that we're going to hire to be. And I was just like, man, am I shooting that low? Right? And then I found a mentor. I found somebody who actually believed in me more than I could even believe in myself. This is your first step, my friends. Write this down. I'm going to tell you how to become successful in whatever endeavor you want to do. I'm not going to say you guys are going to be millionaires or billionaires of what I'm going to teach you right now, but I'm going to teach you how to bring more joy in your life. So where you can be a little bit like me. I'm a little bit of what they call too blessed to be stressed. Okay, who wants to be too blessed to be stressed like me? Anybody? I love life. I got a beautiful wife. Man, I'm going to be a rapper next too. Let me go. Boom, boom, boom. No. I actually did make a song for my wife. If you Google Manny Lopez rap song for his wife, should pop up right on Google. If you guys want to do that, you can have. I actually made a song for my wife called Nancy. It's hilarious. Well, we'll get to that another day. But let me give you guys an idea of what happens, because here's what happened when I shifted my mindset to serving my way to success and being too blessed to be stressed. Here's what happened, okay? Within a couple of months, I have Ty Lopez promoting my business where now I can just focus on building my orphan project. Because that was the biggest thing I need. I was like, I need something where I could stop marketing my business so much and focus on building my idea. How do I kind of balance the two? Well, I found somebody who was already massively influential to the market I want to reach. I served that person and got them to serve me through their community and their network. Massive win right there. Write this down. Find people who are already influential to the markets you want to reach. Collaborate with them. Okay? Find somebody who already has your customer, already has your network. Think about this. Like, I know a guy by the name of Les Brown. Okay? Les Brown's a worldwide motivational speaker. Some of you may know him. He's got over 1 million followers on his Facebook. Okay, let's just take his Facebook alone. Now, I'm friends with Les. I could say, hey, Les, I would love to have your network learn about a project I'm working on. And then he could put me on his Facebook and say, hey, everybody in my network, check it out. Manny Lopez has a project to help orphans. I want you guys to pay attention to this. Now, what do you think would be easier, right? Me going to each of his 1 million people individually and trying to build a relationship with one by one, or having Les just say, guys, pay attention. Manny's got something cool to share. Powerful stuff. Let's definitely write that down. You take that concept of saying, all right, I'm finding somebody's influential. He's going to help me promote my business, or he's going to help me promote my idea, help me build my dream, whatever that may be. Collaboration is powerful. Yes, Aurelio. I get to this event in Vegas where they say, hey, Manny, I want you to do media for this event. I'm like, okay, cool. I go to this event. And there was one thing I remember from this event. It's the only thing I remember. Like, I left the event early after I heard this. And I've never left an event early, okay? Always I'm front row seat, taking a bunch of notes, whatever I can to be the sponge for knowledge whenever I'm in a room with people smarter than me, okay? But I'm taking a bunch of notes. And one of the notes says, create a Tom Shoes business model. I'm like, what? And he explains it. And he goes, Tom Shoes, shoe company. Every time somebody buys a pair of shoes, they give a pair of shoes away to somebody in need that could never afford those services or those shoes. I was like, that's it. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go create a business, a product or a service where every time I bring in at least one client, I could also serve an orphan or a kid in foster care completely free. That's what I created, called the From Orphan to CEO program. It's completely free to the entire world. We're now active in 85 different countries, over 30,000 global students. It's growing every single day. I love this concept because it was just thinking, I want to create something where the more successful I am in business, the more I'm giving back. And I don't have to do it in a way where I have to do one first before the other. I hear that so many times. You got to get that thinking out of your head, folks. Stop thinking that, oh, when I become successful, when I become amazing and I got all the millions of dollars, then I'll have an opportunity to start serving my community. No, you could start today. Think about this. You can create a business, an idea, something that you're good at. Think about this. Anything that you're good at right now. I call it the 3 E's. Write this down. Easy, exciting, experience. Somebody put that in the comments. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Easy, exciting, experience. What do I mean by that? Well, if you want to find out what you can actually get paid to do, get a piece of paper and a pen. Okay. Piece of paper and a pen, and start writing down things that are easy for you to do. They're exciting for you to learn about and talk about, because you got to be able to do both. And you have experience in getting measurable results. What do I mean by measurable? Well, measurable is something that you can teach others to do, something that's duplicatable, something that somebody can easily see that there's some type of value behind. There's like a before and after. There's measurable results, okay? To find your customer. So let's say you make a bunch of things on a list where you're like, oh man, I'm good at, skating. I'm good at surfing. I'm good at photography, travel photography, whatever. Think of things that just fun. Like, what would you be doing on a Saturday afternoon if you had all the money in the bank that you needed and you had all the time in the day? What would you be doing? Think about that. Those are the things that are easy, exciting, and experience oriented. All right. Now, then you say, well, Manny, how do I find people to pay me? Right? Let's say surfing, right? Let's take surfing as an example. Okay. You take surfing, you're like, hey, that's easy for me. It's exciting for me to learn about and talk about. And I've got experience. I can surf. Not me personally. I probably can't surf. But let's say you can. Okay. Let's have some fun. We'll play pretend that Manny's a really good surfer. And Manny has a 6-pack and some nice arms in it. We're just pretending. Okay. Let's play along. But let's say I'm like, okay, I'm surfing. That's an idea. I want to do that. You'll find your customers with that exact same formula. The people who it is not easy for, they have no experience in getting results, and it is not exciting for them to go watch a bunch of YouTube videos to try and figure it out, right? Like if I give you a bunch of YouTube videos, you're going to sit there excitedly wanting to watch it, or would it be better for somebody to teach you the process? Teach the process. Write that down. Teach the process. If you want to create something, anything, to where you can actually build value in a serve your way to success type of business model. You may not be an entrepreneur right now. You may be a 9-to-5 employee. You may be unemployed. Who knows what your situation is right now? But I know you have a dream. I know you have a community that needs your help. I know you have people in your own family that could probably utilize better resources than what they're at right now. I bet you have an idea that you want to take to reality in some way. Everybody does. I talk to over 1,000 entrepreneurs or potential entrepreneurs every single year, and it's all about dreaming, building the ideas, but they're all stuck in some way. There's always some challenge that they're in front of. They're going through this maze, their journey, and they're getting stuck somewhere. They're getting that wall that they're hitting, okay? What you need to focus on is just getting really clear on your 3 E's and the 3 E's of your potential customer. That could easily be what it is that you do. I mean, think about this. Let's say you like surfing. You go to the beach, you start surfing, and you actually show that you know how to surf, right? You get people interested. Maybe some kids are watching. How do you do that? No, right? And you literally just give the kid a business card. Hey, give this to your mama. Maybe she'll want you to teach you how to surf. I could teach you every Wednesday, right? That could be an easy way for you to start building something like a Tom Shoes business model. And let's say you're like, hey, I can live off of $50 a session, right? That could be easy. Well, now you charge $100 a session. And then you take $50 of that and you create some way to give back to your community. It could be some more supporting your favorite nonprofit. It could be creating a program of your own. It could be just saying, I want to take $50 and go to the local soup kitchen and start helping out more, right? It's literally just saying, I want to take an idea, take something I can give back and create something of value with, and also take a skill set that people will actually pay me to teach them the process. That's all specialists are doing. I'm an expert in working with speakers, coaches, authors, and consultants. And you know what it is? It's simply teaching the process. They're all getting paid 6 to 7 figures a year. That's $100,000 to millions of dollars a year to teach people a process. It's all they're doing. Some teach it well enough to just do it with videos. Some people do it by speaking on stage. Some people do it by coaching. Some people do it by hosting classes. Boom. Is that a question for me, Vera? What am I an expert at? Or are you like wanting to get people to comment what are they an expert at? Let me know. I'll gladly answer the question, but I would love for you guys to answer the question. What is something that you can check off right now, the 3 E's? It's easy for you. It's exciting for you to learn about and talk about, and you've got experience in getting results. I want you to put in the comments right now. Give me one thing that you can check off those 3 E's with. I would love to hear that. Now let's get back to the pillars of what you need in business. This is literally what we teach in Manifestation, which is the name of my school, Manifestation School of Business. Yes, it's a play on my name, Manny Lopez. I know, funny. No, I'm just having fun. Funny thing is I didn't even think of that myself. I didn't even have, like, how dumb am I not to think of that? Manifest. I was literally saying all the time on Facebook, I manifested this. I'm going to manifest this. And then someone comments, do you mean manifest? And I was like, that's funny. All right, I went to GoDaddy, bought the domain, got it passed. So yeah, too much fun. Jacqueline says, one day your family can teach me to surf. I'd love to come to Hawaii. I think she's talking to somebody knows how to surf. Oh, there you go, Vera. Vera can surf. That's what I'm talking about. See, there you go. And she's got 11 kids. I bet you those 11 kids, some of them can turn that into a business, teaching other kids how to surf for 10, 20 bucks. Crazy stuff. Helping prophetic seers navigate the journey, grow a vegetable. Ooh, growing a vegetable garden right there. Gianna Bear. Check that out. That right there could be a very, very powerful business, because I sure as heck don't know how to make a vegetable garden. I would gladly pay somebody to teach me to do that. And that's something you could also teach visually through video, capturing video, talking about, you can literally make a business where you're just sitting there in your garden, growing vegetables, talking about your favorite vegetables, and then telling people, hey, if you need some help with making your own vegetable garden, DM me or send me a text message or something like that. And just boom, easy peasy. It's easy stuff, guys. I didn't think we were going to turn this conversation into a strategy session, but hey, I'm having fun. I guess this is what I end up doing all the time. I love sharing my process. It's making sure that people understand you don't necessarily have to think of yourself as an entrepreneur to be an entrepreneur. Simply just find something you love to do and start teaching the process. That's it, my friends. It's crazy what it, like here's a prime example. My dad loves beef jerky, okay? He loves beef jerky so much, he started making it himself because he was like, this is crazy expensive for beef jerky. I'm just gonna go buy the meat. I'm gonna buy a dehydrator and I'm gonna start making it myself. Then he starts getting creative. He starts making all these different flavors. He's adding in these different spices and everything. And before you know it, he's passing out a couple samples to people. Hey, check out my beef jerky. Let me know if it's any good. I'll just give you some. I'll give you some. Today, he's got his beef jerky packaged up and sells out every single week. He literally has like 3 hydrators that are running constantly to make beef jerky to keep up with demand. And all he does, he has no marketing experience at all. This guy's like, I'm not an entrepreneur. I know no business. He's just retired after like 40 years of construction and creating and oil spreading, making streets you drive on, right? He makes those. But boom, he's got a business. He's an entrepreneur doing something he loved. He checked off the 3 E's. It's easy for him to do. It's exciting for him to go learn about, and he's got experience. He's making a bunch of different batches and trying them out. And now he's got all this extra revenue coming in for fun, right? I mean, that's the idea. It's you find your passion and you go out there and start teaching the process. In his case, he was letting them taste the process. He's like, here, see my process firsthand. And if he wanted to, he can get into a point where he's just showing people what he's doing. He could have his wife right there, just videotaping him. Hey, you'll get a beat. And he's just like, all right, guys, I put the beef in the dehydrator. I chop it up in little pieces. Like, he's always teaching me the process. He just doesn't capture it on video just yet, because he's like, I don't need any more customers. I don't want it. He's like, this is a little too much already, but people are loving it. He likes it. So he just doesn't want to turn it into something that's not fun anymore. That's where you got to keep it. My business could be multitude, like literally I could have 10 to 100x of what I'm doing right now, but I purposely keep myself at my level to keep it fun, to keep it where I get to hang out. I'm at home right now. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to hop on another quick call with one of my clients, another Kingdom Warriors actually person. This is pretty cool. Nice, keep the whole community. But then after that, we're just going to hang out with the fam. Yesterday, I got to do date night with the wifey. We double date with one of our good friends. Didn't have to ask permission. I don't have to wait for permission to build someone else's dream. That's the idea of entrepreneurship. That's your second key. The first key, mentorship. Find somebody who has already been where you want to go. Learn from them. So if you want to shortcut your learning curve to anything, that's mentorship. I have a client that literally I got on the phone with her and she's been trying to do something for 2 years. She's like, I've been trying to figure out how to document this process for 2 years. And I'm like, why don't you just do it via video? That one sentence right there just, because she thought this whole time you'd have to put an ebook and it's got to be in a PDF and you got to do it all this way. And, you know, this whole process that people think you have to do. And I'm like, well, I've been doing this about 10 years. Nobody cares it's an ebook. Video actually is better. Based on the numbers, I mean, how many people are reading ebooks every day? Not many, but you're all watching me on video right now. You're all going to go on Facebook, watch more videos. You're going to go on TikTok, watch more videos. You're going to go on Instagram, watch more videos. And yet businesses hardly even have a video strategy. So first key, mentorship. Find people who already know what they're doing. They've already gotten the results that you want, and just ask them. Ask them to teach you the process, right? A lot of times they'll give you a process completely free. So you don't have to go and try and hire a consultant. A lot of them document it in videos that you could just watch and says, this is how I do it. Like all of my stuff, like everything I get paid to do, I've got the process document. I just give it away for free. This little link right here, Manifestation. If you go on there, there's a button called app. You click on that, boom. All of my do-it-yourself programs, all the stuff that I'm kind of teaching you today, you guys get access to as well. And then we can be on your text message marketing next. If you just want to be on, if you guys want to stay connected to my tech stuff, I host events like today, yesterday, and tomorrow. I'm hosting a virtual speed networking event. You get to meet a bunch of awesome entrepreneurs. So if you guys want to plug into that, as soon as Vera takes the comment off, you'll see my phone number, where you'll see my name and number. And then you guys can just text me. It's 714-369-8528. And if you're outside of the US, just put a +1. It's an international phone number, so I'm like texting people in Holland and Germany and Netherlands today. So it doesn't matter really where you're at. Just shoot me a text, and you could say, "Hey, this is whatever name is. This is BC from the Kingdom Warriors thing." Just literally just say Kingdom Warriors. If you text that, I'll know it's you. I'll keep you on my VIP list, so that way, whenever I do events like virtual events, I'll give you free access to those events. You don't have to pay for tickets. It's literally like, I love serving my way to success, and just boom, you're good to go. So yeah, right there. Now it's scrolling. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you, Vera. Look at Vera. Let's all give a round of applause for Vera, just handling all this back end stuff like a champ. She's good. She's good. That's what I'm talking about. She's like 11 kids. How? Like, I can't handle my 3. Like 11. Woo. Ooh, I'm scared. But that's a woman who knows how to organize life, because that's the only way that she'd be able to survive. Right? That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we have the 2 pillars so far. We got mentorship and we got entrepreneurship. Now remember, entrepreneurship doesn't have to be the label you think it is. You don't have to go get an office and write up in a suit. Look at me, I need a suit. I'm an entrepreneur, man. I'm hanging out in a t-shirt with foster kids on here, right? Talking about what I really want to talk about. And that idea is really just saying, I want to be able to serve more people with what I know, with my experience in life. You guys all have experience that you can teach to the next generation, people that are way behind you, 10 years behind what you already know. Teach that, right? That's all entrepreneurship is. Start teaching the process. And then the way that you get paid for it is you give away the free version, right? Like, let's say you create a bunch of videos. Here's my process. This is what I would do. Here's exactly how you do it. So you can serve everybody. And then you have the paid version is where they get to hire you as like a coach, consultant, mentor, something where they actually have you customize the process for them. So a whole little training for that. Maybe we'll do that another day, but that's kind of a little quick synopsis of, in essence, what you do if you want to do that 3E thing where you're teaching the process and getting paid to do that. And then the third one, can anybody guess what the third one? Yeah, this should be, right? We are in the right avenue to know what the third pillar is. I want to know. What is that third? We got mentorship. We got entrepreneurship. What's my third one? Give me some examples. What do you guys think it is? Let me know. I'll give you guys maybe like 30 seconds or so to put some comments in. Let me know. What do you think it is? What is that third pillar somebody's going to need? Experience. That's one answer. Unfortunately, not the right answer, but that's a good answer. I like that one. But we're in the right avenue. We're talking. Think of the experience I had to build the Orphan Project. What did I need there? Taking action. That's a good answer. Not the right answer, but thank you for playing. Tech infrastructure. Great answer. You definitely need a lot of tech infrastructure to help build an idea, but not the right pillar I'm looking for. It's one word, and it starts with the letter F. What do you think it is? I know you guys are going to get it now. I know you're going to get it. You have to get it now. Come on. What is it? Who's the first one to get? First one to get it, I'm going to give $1,000 in Manny bucks. And bam, there it is. Vera, way to go. It is faith. Congratulations, Vera. You just won $1,000 in Manny bucks. And we're going to show you how you can use those within the Kingdom Warriors. I'll have to talk to Vera about that. So have some fun there. Yes, it is faith. So mentorship, entrepreneurship, and faith. These are my 3 pillars to success. And faith is really understanding that you're building something bigger than you. Like that Tom Shoes business model, coming right back to that. That is a faith-based structure for me. It's saying, you know what, I'm going to take what I have as a skill, and I'm going to find a way to gift that to the world. And I have faith that this will last generation to generation to generation. No expectation to receive anything in return. My From Orphan to CEO project is completely free. My Manifestation School of Business is completely free. There's no subscription. There's no data that you need to give other than an email address. So when you log in, you know how many Manny bucks you got. And we don't even market to those emails. We have over 30,000 email addresses, and I have never sent an email campaign since like 2016. So the idea is really just taking what you know, find a way to document the process, digitize it in some way, something where you can give it freely. And if you can create it into a digital process, well, now you can just turn that into a link, right? Manifestation is literally a link I just give to people. It has everything that I can give you for free at that one link. Just beep, you can just click on a button and boom, it's it. I need some water, man. It's getting hot in here. I'm putting all the hot stuff in here. Woo! I'm like sweating over here trying to get all this greatness out. I'm having fun. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a little special VIP segment. Wanted to kind of give over to you guys and really just trying to have some fun, teach you what I know, and hopefully you guys leave with some pretty cool ideas that you could start implementing. Remember the 3 E's: easy, exciting, experience. Remember the 3 pillars: mentorship, entrepreneurship, and faith. And always remember that you are too blessed to be stressed, my friends. Now go serve your way to success. Adios, amigos. We'll have to say bye-bye. This was fun. Building wealth in the kingdom. That's what I'm talking about. Manny Mansions. Ooh, I need to get that going. That'd be a great idea. Really enjoy this. You guys are so cool. If you guys didn't want to connect with me more, feel free to add me as a friend on Facebook. I have like 1,000 requests right now, but I think you would pop right to the top. So over the next maybe 10 or 20 minutes or so, I'll go and review those. You can follow me as well. I have like 50,000 followers on that profile. So it does allow you guys to follow without having to add me as a friend. But let's connect, man. I'd love to be able to connect, be able to share some ideas. Luis says he missed it. Hey, man, it's recorded. So, definitely tune in. It's a great, I'm over here bragging. It's a great presentation. You're going to love it. Well, they were saying it's great. Okay. They were, not me. I'm just speaking from what they said. I had some fun. All I did Luis, just to kind of recap it as I gave you guys some of my strategies to what I do, how I've created my From Orphan to CEO program. I had a conversation with God that we talked about, why we love Kingdom Warriors so much. I love this concept. I mean, this community it's what it's about. If you guys are on the fence right now of thinking about joining Kingdom Warriors, I mean, we have a really interesting structure that we've got. It's really kingdom focused. It's finding ways to help you guys build your ideas, because when you become part of this community, you're a brother, you're a sister, you're family now. So looking at to where we can help, I've seen so many times, like we've had, just recently somebody had a difficulty with like a tragic thing that happened in their home, and community came together to really pull in resources to help them get out of that mess. And that's just a small sliver of things like that our community is focused on doing to make sure everybody wins. We want to see everybody in our community win. And there's a strategy to do it. You don't have to have losers to create winners. There's enough opportunities for everybody. Trust me, right? They all say that we're overpopulating the planet. Did you know you can fit the entire planet in the state of Texas and you'd still have some room? Like, come on, people. There's so much opportunity. There's so much resources available. So for those of you that, I don't know if you're new to the Kingdom Warriors community, but I know they got the buy one, get one right now. You've got the awesome utility behind Kingdom Warriors. So plug back into these interviews, like get on when Eric's on, watch those lives, get reacclimated to what it is that you have accessible as part of this community. And I'm going to keep coming back. I'm going to keep having some fun with you guys and create an abundance for the kingdom. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. You're moving to Texas. All right, Vera, see, she's coming in there. Everyone's going to Texas. I think we might be going to Vegas soon. I had a great conversation with a good friend yesterday, and they're going to be going to Vegas. And we're like, it may be time. That was our original plan. I was supposed to be in Vegas a couple of years ago before we moved here to Lake Elsinore. I'm in California. And it's been fun. And so great stuff. How many of you watching right now are already Kingdom Warriors holders? Are you already a holder? Are you guys like still contemplating? How many Kingdom holders do we got right now? I know we got Vera. She's a superstar. She got a bunch of NFTs. I'm moving to Florida, coming to these. Oh, you guys are still talking about moving and hanging out. Y'all planning some meetups now, right? That's what I'm talking about. See, it's all about community, right? Hanging out. Everyone watching our holders. Okay, cool. You guys are already holders. Well, we got a general in the house. What? Oh, 2 generals. Let's go. Man, I'm over here thinking like you guys are like, who am I talking to? I'm talking to the VIPs. Oh my gosh, geez. What was I thinking? Nice. I got a lot of generals in here. We building this crew. That's what I'm talking about. Ah, man, I love it. This is the cool stuff about community and building is taking the idea of what you're doing and expanding on it. It's really saying, look, I've got a way to serve. I want a way to build other people and to meet other people. Could be as easy as connecting through an NFT project. Whoever thought we were going to be talking about entrepreneurship and orphans through an NFT challenge, right? Right? But that's the kind of stuff that happens here, man. We're all about family. We're all about supporting each other. So this is some cool stuff. Well, one thing I want to do for you, I have a challenge for each of you. I challenge each of you to invite 3 people to this Facebook group. Just 3 people that you know have a purpose in life. You know they want to think big. Their ideas are about building a better world for the future. And maybe they have an idea that's already ready to rock and we can pour some fire on that. Or maybe they got an idea that still needs formulating and we can help put some resources and ideas together for you guys. But I want to see you each being 3 people, invite them to the group, and let's see how we can help build this kingdom. I want to see each of you try to get this challenge done in the next 24 hours. And then if you have send me a DM and say, I did it. I made it happen. Boom. And I may have a little something for you. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. So you guys, since you guys are all holders, I'm going to do something real special for you. So get those 3 people in. Let me know when you get that done. Just shoot me a DM here on Facebook. I'll even have my other inbox managing. I'll watch out for that because I know some of you, it'll just go in some weird inbox that just disappears. I don't know how those things show up at, but I found a few people. Through that. So I'm like, all right, cool. All right. So you invite people, but no bites. Then DM them. DM 3 people. Like, just reach out. Hey, I want to invite you to this really awesome group that I'm a part of. Because most people think it's spam, right? So I know you get that a lot, probably, Rivka, is you just start inviting people, but they just get a notification. Rivka invited you to Kingdom Warriors NFT Challenge. You should actually DM 3 people if you're not getting any kind of bites responses and say, hey, I want to invite you to be part of this really awesome community that I'm a part of. Are you about changing the world? I mean, ask them something that gets them to start talking about, yes, I want to do big things. Yes, I want to help more people. Yes, I want to learn how to serve my way to success. Easy peasy, my friends. So let me know if you have any questions on that. Feel free to shoot me a DM. I'm always here. You guys can all text me as well. So if you guys want to send me something private, I am totally open to conversation, my friends. I'm all about hanging out. Oh, look at that. Joanna's already got her 3 in. Damn, that's what I'm talking about. Jana, DM me on Facebook. I got some for you, girl. Got some for you. Let me know. Or there may be a dude. I don't know. Jana, no, you're a girl. Okay. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to assume, right? I don't want to assume anything. So you superstar, Jana, hit me up. Let me know. All right, guys, I got to run. I have an appointment I got to get to right now. I'm a little bit late, but I said, hey, y'all got to wait. I got to hang out with these cool superstars for just a few more minutes. But we'll see you guys on the next Kingdom Warriors Live. So really awesome to connect with you guys, and we'll see you all soon. Deuces, my friends. Adios.